started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
We are the home of progressive Black Talk Media. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app. The views and opinions expressed by the guests, listeners, and hosts of any program on Word Radio do not necessarily reflect those of the ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people. Write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L O G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. I hope all is well with you and yours on this Tuesday, May 7th. To that point, how are you making out? How are you doing today? As a matter of fact, family, the first hour of tonight's show is going to be just me and you, just me and you. I want to know what's on your mind. You know, I started going down this road last night, but I figured, you know what? Let's take some time. We haven't checked in, talk about some things. So what's on your mind these days? Talk to me. Let me know. You can share that with me when you check in, or you can simply just say hello if you want to do that, because, you know, Nick and I love that either way. Or you can call me. You can do that by dialing 215-634-8065. You can even call toll free by dialing 1-866-361-0900. You know, I haven't asked what you've been working through these days. I haven't asked that in a minute, so why not? Let's talk. Family, it's time for our Black History 365 moment. Yes, it is. Did you know Black students protested for Black History Month? Did you know that? In 1968, members of Black United Students, aka BUS, at Kent State University walked out, protesting disorderly conduct charges against students participating in sit-ins. The BUS's successful student activism helped to establish 3 Black Studies departments and institutes on campus. In 1969, BUS students demanded that Kent State extend Negro History Week into a month of Black history celebrations. President Gerald Ford later affirmed the actions of the Black United Students with the observance of Black History Month nationwide. Family, that is today's Black History 365 moment. I want to wish a happy birthday to all of our love lights who are celebrating. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. And I am sending extra love and hugs to all of our love lights who are feeling just the least bit heavy today. Yes, I am. On behalf of your entire tribe and village right here on Love and Life, I want you to know that you are not alone and you've got support. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You do. I see that some of our family members are checking in. Nasir. Hi there, Nasir. Nasir Butler. He shares peace and blessings with the entire family. Thank you, Nasir. We share them with you right back. Malcolm White is checking in. Hey, Malcolm. He shares that he's watching and listening from West Mount Airy, as always. We appreciate that. Willie Matthew Williams is checking in too. Hey there, Willie. He says, Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hey there. Hey there. Nasir shares that he's getting ready. Oh, the baby's 4th birth anniversary. OMG. You know I want pictures, Nasir. You know I want to see the baby. The baby is turning 4 on Saturday, the 11th, well, the birth anniversary on Saturday, the 11th. I cannot wait to see these pictures. OMG. And Eric is checking in. He shares love with everybody. He says, Happy terrific Tuesday. And he's asking about my vegetables. Eric, let me tell you. Okay, I have a question. I really need to know because I'm freaking out. I've got my seeds. Family, for those of you who are unfamiliar, I shared the other day that I'm starting, a container garden. I bought my seeds and then I freaked out. I don't know. Do I start the seeds in the containers themselves or do I start them in the little, what is it? The little carbon things? Help me, y'all. Help me. I said, I'm going to reach out to Kimani. I'm going to reach out to Eric. I'm calling everybody to ask y'all to help me with this because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to go to our phone lines for a moment because one of our family members is checking in. Hey there, James. Thank you for calling. And how you doing today?
How's it going, Miss Carol?
I'm
I remember a few sessions back, as far as the gardening, getting the plants together. You say you were on.
Listen, I'm ready, James. I've got my seeds. They came, and I ordered some more. Yes, what? I ordered everything. You hear me? I ordered herbs as well. So I want to plant everything, but I don't know. Y'all know I went to YouTube University and Google University. Y'all know I was researching last night, but I said I'm going to ask the family because you all are growing, vegetables and herbs as well. So I said I want to see what's been tried and true for you.
I get it.
Yes, I'm excited though. I'm so excited. I have carrots, collards. I have like 3 colors of carrots and collards. I got everything.
Okay, as soon as you get enough available, I'm willing to purchase.
Now y'all know, I'm not selling anything. Y'all know I'll be giving stuff away. I'll be so happy that it grows. I will let you know.
I get it.
Yeah. I can't. Grandma said you don't let anybody go hungry. You don't charge anybody for food. That's right. So when I have some, James, I'm going to let you know.
What's that?
When something grows, when I have something that I can give away, I'm going to let you know.
Okay, I'll be right here.
Okay.
I love you all.
Okay. Oh, we love you back, James. Thank you so much for calling. Y'all know I'm excited. Y'all can tell, right? You see that you can hear that I'm on 1,000 as I talk about my seeds. And I can't wait. Come on, let me know, Eric. Let me know how I'm supposed to do this. Mark is checking in. Hey there, Mark. Mark Walker, that is. You all have seen me play with him on various stages. You've seen him here, right here on Love and Life as well. Mark, I've got a question for you. I want you to stick around. Maybe you can join this conversation that we're going to have in a moment. Family, guess what? We've got a ticket giveaway for this weekend. Yes, we do. Platinum Productions presents the Mother's Day Music Festival on Sunday, May 12th at Circus Maximus Theater, located at 2100 Pacific Avenue in Atlantic City at 6 p.m. Listen to the likes of the Jones Girls featuring Shirley Jones, Blue Magic, the legendary Blue Notes, the Intruders featuring Phil Gay, and the ever so talented Lenny Williams. This is a perfect gift for the perfect mother or mother figure in your life. So if this sounds like a great time and you can make it to Atlantic City, well, then this giveaway is for you. Word is giving away a pair of tickets to the third caller at 215 634 8065. That's 215 634 8065. You cannot win if you've won a prize from us in the past 30 days. I know, I'm sorry. That's Mother's Day Music Festival on Sunday, May 12th at 6 p.m., presented by Platinum Productions. Oh, y'all. I want to see those phone lines light up. That's what I want to see. The second thing I want to share with you is about, well, you've heard me say it yesterday, but I'm going to remind you. Join Word Radio, Diverse Force, and P4 Hub for a special Philly Tech Week event hosted by Tech Life Steph on Wednesday, May 8th. That's tomorrow. Artificial Intelligence Black Realities is a tech networking event and live broadcast taking place from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. at P4 Hub, located at 4537 Wayne Avenue, Suite 202 in Philadelphia. This conversation will examine the impact of AI on Black communities and will explore what opportunities and challenges this technology presents. Join us for networking, food, and fun during one of the country's longest running tech festivals. You do have to register for this event, though, family. Simply go to wordradio.com/tech week to reserve your free tickets. This event is a part of Philly Tech Week and is brought to you by Comcast, Pico, and the Pennsylvania Lottery. I'm going back to our phone lines. I see one of our love lights, Tyrone, is calling. Hi there, Tyrone. Welcome to the conversation.
And peace and blessings to you, my love. There's nothing in the world is better than connecting with you.
Oh.
And you know why, right?
Why?
Because you are the love machine.
The love machine. Oh, I love that.
I'm telling you, you know, when we look at everything that's happening, all the conversations that happen throughout the day, it will be so much rewarding if it was, or if folks were engaged in what you do from 7 to 9. Push.
That's a hug to my heart.
Lift. I mean, you do it all. You push, you pull, you lift. Oh, my God, it's all about love. And right now, what the world needs. And we need a whole lot more of it. So I'm just calling to thank you for being my love machine. Thank you for being so instrumental. And so instrumental in more than likely being the love machine, the love light, the hugs and the kisses and all the things that makes you feel real good. You know, we just need you and we need it. And I'm telling you, I'm thank God every moment of the day when love is in the air,
Mm.
because it's going to be how we get through this madness we're living through. And as I close, my sis, we sent my sister on to glory. She just so special. She was just my rock. She was like you, just always pushing the positive, putting smiles on your face. And just one of those folks that she had this gift that God had put in her, that she made you feel good. She made you feel good when you were in her company. And every time I listen to you while I'm in your company, I feel real, real good. So happy Mother's Day, just in case I don't get a chance to holler back. But I just want all the mothers of the world, those who have children and those who did not born any, but been taking care of many, happy Mother's Day and the very best. And thank God for the gift of your motherly care. I love you. I love you.
You more.
I love you.
Oh,
thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much for calling. I love you more. I promise you I do. I promise you I do. And we're all keeping you and your family in prayer. I did share the other day about the loss of your sister, and we're keeping you all in prayer, praying for your comfort during this time. One thing I did not share. So you all have heard me talk about having lost both of my parents, and I've shared that my mother was my rock. Like my father, we were two peas in a pod, and his loss was hard for me. But my mother was still here when I lost my father, and she helped me, grieve my father. So when I lost my mother, I felt like my entire world was gone. I've shared this. I know I've shared this before. So the whole year of 2019 is a blur for me. I remember her service in the beginning of the year, but my memory picks up again at the end of January in 2020. I'm saying all of this to say that I know there are so many of us out here who have a hard time when the holidays come, especially and particularly Mother's Day. Those of us who have lost our light, our rock, our mothers, anyone who has lost anyone. I will say this, but I'm speaking specifically in this moment to those of you too, who have lost your mothers. Just know that you are not alone. You are not. I said, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm off. I'm not present. I just couldn't figure it out. Yesterday, I told Nick, I said, Nick, I don't know where I am. I don't know what's happening with me. I don't know what's going on. But I realized it today because the same thing happened to me last year. It was the entire week of Mother's Day. I was so off because I was missing my mother and trying not to be in that moment. But guess what? This year, I receive it. I do miss my mother. I miss both of my parents, but I love my mom. I love my mother, and I miss her. And thank you for the Mother's Day wish, Tyrone. Thank you so much. But just to any of you who are going through what I'm going through right now, just know that you're not alone. You are so not alone. Just know it. I do believe we have another love light calling in. Hi there, and thank you so much for calling.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
This is Eric, Carol. How are you?
Hi, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's great to hear you.
It's great to hear you. Wait a minute. It's so funny. I said, wait, Eric. Oh, it's Eric. Wait, Eric, I need your help, right? I need your help.
You
Because
do?
yes, I do. Yes, I do. I told you I'm going to call on you and Kimani because I received my seeds and I don't know what to do with them. I said, oh my goodness, I couldn't wait for them to get here. And now I don't know what to do. I don't know what to
Actually,
do.
I just sent you a message in the comments because a lot of people ask, how should I grow them? How do I start them?
Yeah,
And what I usually tell people, those ramen noodle cups that you get ramen noodles in?
No. I thought they came.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
thought they
they
came
come
in
in
a
the
bag.
styrofoam little cups. They come in the little styrofoam cups, the ramen noodles. Sometimes they come in a square plastic one. You
Okay.
just put your soil in there, you put
Okay.
your seeds in there, and you start them individually because as they start to grow, you don't want the roots. You want to grow your lettuce by themselves. You want to grow your tomatoes by themselves. You don't want them to get too congested because the roots will start growing into each other. So that's why you use those individual cups. And some people use egg cartons, like the little sections in the egg cartons, 12.
Okay.
People put dirt in the egg cartons and then put the seeds in each section where the eggs were and just wet them, put them in some sun, and wait for them to grow. And it doesn't take that long. It's actually growing stuff is very exciting. It's fun.
Well, wait. So how? Okay. So when do I transport my seedlings? I guess you call them
When
from.
they get to be about 2 to 3 inches, then you want to put them in like a larger pot. You can get them at most of your local dollar stores. They're like 2-3 inches tall. And I don't know, do you have a yard or a backyard or like a larger pot?
I do. I do have a yard. I do have a yard. But listen, I got those Home Depot buckets. I got about 20 of them.
Okay, well, no, but that's a good way to start.
I was excited. And wait, I was so excited, right? I have about 20 of these Home Depot buckets. And then I said, wait a minute. Do I put the seeds in here? How does that work? And then I said, I don't think that's right. So
No, well, I mean, you could. That's a little bit big to start. That's why I say some people use the little styrofoam cup.
okay.
You can get them. You're not.
I know y'all. I know you all. Y'all, those of you who have been doing this for years, I know you are hollering just like Eric is.
You're not,
But
you're not mixing cement, Carol. You're just.
listen. But I'm ready. Okay, I am ready. So wait. Okay, so I have more questions. Family, Eric, hold the line. I'm going to put a pin in this. We're going to take a commercial break. But family, we are coming right back. Y'all know I have more questions. Stay with us because we'll be right back.
Hey there, this is Tech Life Steph, and I want you to join me for a special Philly Tech Week event hosted by Word Radio, Diverse Force, and P4 Hub. On Wednesday, May 8th, I'll be moderating a conversation called Artificial Intelligence, Black Realities. This panel and tech networking event are taking place from 6 to 9 p.m. at P4 Hub, 4537 Wayne Avenue, Suite 202 in Philadelphia. We'll examine the impact of AI on Black communities and explore what opportunities and challenges this technology presents. We'll focus on how AI can reinforce systemic racism, but also how AI literacy can empower us as a community. You do have to register for this event. Go to wordradio.com/techweek to reserve your free tickets. This event is a part of Philly Tech Week and brought to you by Comcast, Pico, and the Pennsylvania Lottery. Hope to see you there.
What if you had $10,000 to send your child to a better, safer school? Right now, lawmakers are considering a program that would offer free scholarships to kids trapped in underperforming, unsafe schools. Your kids could each be eligible for up to $10,000 to attend the school of your choice. But lawmakers must hear that parents like you need these scholarships. Visit lifelineforschools.com to learn more. Your child's future is waiting. Paid for by Commonwealth Foundation.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, progressive Black talk media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. So, what I shared earlier, in case you have just joined us or tuned in, is that this first hour is just me and you. Just me and you. We're having an open forum discussing current events as well. And I already asked, and I'm going to ask again, what's on your mind? I want to know. Share with me what's on your mind. What's on your mind. But in the interim, I shared about my, well, soon to be garden because it didn't start yet. And I'm so mad because we've got some rain coming and I'm going to miss this good rain if I don't get this stuff out here. So, okay, Eric. All right. Okay, so now, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you whenever I see you again in person. I'm going to beat you. Eric was clowning me, y'all, because I bought my little Home Depot buckets. Well, I still haven't decorated them yet. So that's one part. But okay, so I'm going to get some small containers. And you suggested, I read from the dollar store, is it?
Right. You can get, they're about maybe 3 inches tall. Sometimes they come in packs of 6. And you just want to put your soil in there, press your finger into the soil, put 1 or 2, maybe no more than 3 seeds, 3 holes, 3 seeds.
Oh, don't put them on top of each other.
Right. Cover it up with some soil, get it in the sun, and hope for the best. And usually in about 7 to 10 days, you'll see something sprout up. And again, it's really exciting. When I grow my tomatoes, it's just the best experience.
Well, wait, so do you put them outside or do you keep them in the window or where?
I do. I have like a little I have some in the yard, and I do have a small little table in the front where the sun shows, and I just sit them there. I see them every day. I come and go. As I leave, I look at them. When I come home, I look at them. And it doesn't take but, about 7 to 10 days, and you'll see little sprouts grow up. And they'll just grow and grow and grow. As they get bigger, you might want to get a bigger container. Not the big Home Depot.
Well, when will I get to use my Home Depot container?
If you want to mix some cement, no, you know what? You know what? A lot of people use those when if they're planting trees. If they're planting new trees, like a small tree, they put trees in those Home Depot buckets. But when you're starting out,
I've got ideas of grandeur, Eric. Okay, I've got ideas of grandeur. So you said start with no more than 3 seeds, but do not put them on top of each other.
Correct.
3 different. Okay.
Right. Just those little 3-inch or 4-inch pots. Put some soil in there. Take your finger and put 1, 2, 3 holes. Put in 1, 2, 3 seeds, cover it up, put some water on it, and sit it in the sun and hope for the best.
Wait, cover it up?
Just that simple.
Wait, I have to cover it? I thought it needed sunlight.
No, you cover when you put the hole.
Oh, cover, you mean the soil. Okay, let's see.
Cover it back up, then then put a little bit of water in the sun and just hope for the best.
I can hear y'all right now, Miss Audrey, Miss Lily. I can hear y'all right now, like, oh Lord, Carol, no, don't cover it up.
Last year, I grew those little small round tomatoes, the little small ones.
Oh yeah. Are they cherry tomatoes or are they?
Yeah, the cherry tomatoes.
Yes.
And I grew 6 plants. And Carol, I must have had 200 tomatoes off of each plant. I was giving them away. I couldn't give them away quick enough.
I'm telling you, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea. You have no idea how excited I am. Like I ordered so many seeds, y'all. Listen, I might just become a produce little market over here because I ordered so much.
And I know you said you got some online, but let me tell you, the Reading Terminal has all kinds of seeds. They're very inexpensive because I know you're in the city a lot. So you can go right into the Reading Terminal where they sell the flowers. And
see.
Yeah, there's a section there that has all kinds of vegetable seeds. They range from $2 to $3 a pack. And you can get just about anything that you want. You don't have to wait for Amazon or anything. If you're in the city, just go right to the Reading Terminal where they sell the flowers. And they have all kinds of
Well, I'll tell you what I did. There was a site that Kimani shared with us when he visited, and I went to that site. I ordered black kale. I ordered collards. I ordered carrots. I ordered the yellow ones, the orange ones, the purple ones, the black ones. I ordered so much, like so much. So I cannot wait. But I also ordered everything. You all know I'm going to tell you because I was so excited.
Listen, Carol, one of my suggestions is, now I'm not against ordering seeds offline.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that sometimes when you get seeds offline, you don't know how long they sit in the manufacturer or the warehouse. Sometimes they just don't take because they've been sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I found that to happen sometimes, not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is I'll go by at the store or the Reading Terminal or wherever. I'll buy a pepper. I'll take the seeds out. I'll dry them out because they're fresh. And I'll dry them out on a napkin or a paper towel for a day. And then that way I know that they're fresh, straight from the tomato, straight from the pepper, straight from the cucumber.
Okay.
That way.
Oh, wait. One last question I have for you. So do you add eggshells? Do you add eggshells to any of your...
My grandmother and uncle, they used to do that in the yard garden. They used to put the potato skins and eggshells, crushes. A lot of people do that for compost. People do that in the buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
My grandmother used to do it. That's why I asked.
So did
I was
mine.
curious to know.
And it works. It actually works. I mean, I was amazed by it because I was like, why are you throwing all that junk in the yard? But it actually works.
Listen, it works.
You were told
my grandmother and my father used to do that. They both used to
It works. Trust me. It's a good old school remedy. Trust me.
I told you all know. I'm going to make some little videos or take pictures or do something so you can see. So just stay tuned. Y'all, you see I'm on 1,000. I am so ready. But Eric, I did not know you were also the ticket winner. So congratulations, because Nick is telling me.
I called, but I didn't know if I was number 3. Wow.
Yes. Well, you are also the ticket. When Nick just told me, he said, yeah, well, he's also the ticket winner. He won the tickets. He was the caller number 3. So
this is so crazy. I was going to go next week is my birthday.
Oh, wow. Well, happy birthday.
I was going to go to Atlantic City anyway, just for the day. And
look at that.
Like yourself, my mommy passed on in 2019, and we used to do all kinds of things. So, and I always just try to go somewhere, have a nice dinner, and just have a nice drink, and just send a kiss up to God for her. Mm-hmm. So I won't be taking my mommy, but I'd love to go see the show. Maybe I'll take you, Carol.
I'm actually working. I won't even be in Philadelphia.
That's okay.
I will be working. I have a Mother's Day show myself this weekend in Connecticut, so I will be in Connecticut this weekend.
And what's the date again of this event?
This event is on the 12th.
The 12th, okay.
Yes, this is on the 12th, Sunday, May 12th, on Mother's Day itself. Yes.
My birthday is the 15th, so.
Oh, I have to remember that.
I was good. Listen, I was.
All right. Well,
I was going to Atlantic City anyway. I really was.
See that? That was divine orchestration. Oh. So, Eric, thank you. You know I'm going to have a ton more questions. You already know this topic is not gone. But so thank you. I'm going to switch over to our socials. I see that you are commenting. Harold is joining us. Hey there, Harold. He shares, hi, Miss Carol. Well, hello, right back to you. Miss Audrey. Miss Audrey shares greetings to each and every one. A few shout outs. Kent State University protests of yesterday, forerunners and councils that brought forth necessary protocols for inclusion of our American freemen. Shout out to Councilwoman Gauthier, letting peaceful protesters of University of Penn know that protections of their rights remain in place and no reprimands. Also, shout out to Helen Gim for giving citations to the students of the formerly known as the Philadelphia School District. Wait. She shares correction. Former Councilwoman Helen Gim, formidable candidate for mayor of Philadelphia. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Ms. Lily is checking in. She shares good evening to everyone, and she's sending love. She also shares that she is a very optimistic person. However, it's becoming very clear that we're living in a matrix. Oh, I agree with that. She sends prayers to Tyrone and his family on the loss of his sister. And Malcolm, I've got you. I've got you with my. I'm going to let you know when everything comes, when it starts growing. But he also shares that he lost his mother in July of '99, and he thinks about her every day, every single day. And Nasir is clowning me. Nasir says, "Slow down. You got this." I know. Listen, y'all are on this journey with me, so you already know. I am so ready for this. I'm so ready. It's interesting as we talk about everything. We're talking about life and talking about loss, and I was sharing about my mother. I met a young woman the other day. I was at my aunt's, and I was standing on the steps, and this woman had walked up, and she really looked like her heart was heavy, and I'd asked if everything was okay. I spoke to her, I said hello, and asked if everything was okay. And she shared that she had just lost her mother. You know, it broke me down. You know it did. You know it broke me down. But when I talk about divine orchestration, I live it, I know it, I mean it. But it just felt so good to be there with her and for her in that moment, because we were sharing. We just stood there and hugged on the street, just both of us. So I am saying that to reiterate, y'all, when I tell you every day that we are all we have, to be good to you, but be good to those around you, I mean it, because everybody is dealing with something. And it may not even be big to you, but because it's big to them, it means something. It is big to that person. How about that? It is big to that person because they're dealing with it. Just like whatever you're dealing with is big to you because you're dealing with it. Just be gentle, be easy, be easy, be easy, be easy, everybody. Everybody is dealing with something. You hear me? Everybody. We all are. We all are. And we're all only human. That's it. We're all only human. Okay. I see that Will Downing is joining, and he shares amen. Well, hello, good brother Will Downing, singer. It's always a joy to have you join us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you. I'm going to share a video clip with you before we go to commercial break. And when we come back from that commercial break, I want to talk about it, okay? I want to know what you think about this.
Anyone else notice that when an adult child chooses to not have a relationship with a parent, it's always, but she's your mom, but he's your dad. You only have one dad, you only have one mom. And it's never, wow, what could a parent do to cause their child to make this decision? Or it's never, but they're your children. How could you treat your children that way? Why is it that the responsibility of the relationship is placed on the child and not the person that raised them?
There you have it, family. There you have it. What do you think about that? Niall shared that video with me today, and it made me think as we're coming up on Mother's Day, and in light of everything that's been happening in social media and on social media with Brian McKnight and his family. It made me think about our dynamics. And when Niall shared this video, I said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So is it a child's responsibility to maintain a good relationship with their parents when they enter adulthood? What do you think about that? And for those of you who are unaware, the conversation about Bryant McKnight came up because he recently had a show in Detroit that was canceled because people said they didn't appreciate the comments he'd made about his biological children, his biological children, his eldest children, prior to the ones that he now has with his current wife. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Will Downing Singer shares, honor thy mother and thy father. I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. Yes, we all have a responsibility to each other, but honor thy mother and thy father. That is first and foremost. I don't care what my mother and my father said or did. Honor thy mother and thy father. What do you think? How do you feel? Let me know. Nick, you know I'm coming back to you when we come back from this commercial break. Family, stay with us because I want to know what you think and how you feel. We're coming right back.
Are you wet shaving? You'll get razor bumps.
Nah, Pops, I'm good with Gillette Skin Guard. How long you been growing that beard Mama hates anyway?
Since 77, I shaved and got ingrown so bad.
That's why I use the Gillette Skin Guard razor, face scrub, shave gel, and moisturizer. So I don't have to worry about new razor bumps or shaving irritation.
Gillette Skin Guard, huh? Your mama's gonna love this one.
The best a man can get keeps getting better with Gillette Skin Guard. Buy now at a retailer near you.
Wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Tune into Word Radio this Thursday at 10 a.m. for City Council Live, hosted by Ernest Owens. Join conversations that matter to your community with your local City Council members.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, progressive Black talk media.
I think I know what love is.
And we are back. Hey, family, welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. I shared a video with you just before the commercial break where a woman was asking about the responsibility to maintain a good relationship. Is it a child's responsibility to maintain a good relationship with their parents when they enter adulthood? So what do you think and how you feel? That's the question that I'm asking you right now. We're going to go to our phone lines, though, to give you a chance to respond. Hey there, Ron. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Cal. Hi, Mr. Will. I hope you're doing well. It's me. I've not heard from you for a while. I want to start off by saying only God can make a tree. And there are many songs that have been written about God's creation, that tree. Once again, only God can make a tree. One man wrote the song, Will a Tree Bend for Me? Will a tree share a tear for me? Oh, will it sing a song for me? And everything is about creation. As far as your mother is concerned, and Mr. Will, with your beloved family member, and many others included in this comment, it's all right. It's all right. You go on and cry. Since their soul got a seat in the kingdom, hopefully, till we meet again. Because in death, God is good. One of the words of death, he promised us eternal life after this life. And I think all the givers, like here in Love and Life, when you give, you can't give them all money. You can give them songs. You and Mr. Will can give them songs. But this thing, some songs, they were carried down through the years. This is the power of a song. A person I know live up in out in, what's your name? I get kind of excited. She took and showed me a tree. Once again, redwood, if you're familiar with that wood, Mr. Will, and somebody had been into the earth and took this tree where the water have shaped that, and they took this tree, this redwood tree, and carved it into this beautiful seat in Springfield. Yeah, the person lived in Springfield. I never seen nothing like that. But just go to show you how God, the Creator, can take this in His power of water. Water is very important. That's why I say the water and cleanse. When you to take inventory, Mr. Will, your life and where you have come from, and all the other listening audience out there, it's a cleanser. When you take inventory, just stop and think, love, and life. What y'all have done in the last 8 months, when elders calls and hearing other people with illness, and Malcolm and all the team join in and be an inspiration to them. You know, Cal, I still say this. It's not pandering. This is true. When we look at all people that is being paid homage through the world, because y'all are already in the Lamb Book of Life for what you have done. And I certainly hope someone have a vision with the Marion Anderson Center down. I was glad that I was able to sing out there in front of Deadly Temple, me and some elders. And all the people like y'all, Mr. Will, I don't know where you're from, sir, but that doesn't matter. But in particular, the singers that come from Philadelphia, I certainly hope they will pay honor to them and put them, not taking anything from Mr. Marion Anderson and all these singers that come from Philadelphia, and they're doing their community work. That's very important. And I'll close with these words. Oh, Mother, I tried to give you flowers while you live. I'm being kind to you. And what you did as a child, girl, any time that you would come home from school and take a little bird, and take little animals and bring to your mother home and try to heal them. And the Holy Quran talks about that. Took that kitten home, dipped down and gave it milk. Because of that compassion and concern of one of God's creates mammals, she was accepted into the heavens. The work you do will speak for all of us. We all have something we can give. And in your resume, when you leave this world, I hope it will be written out of all the words. Lord, I tried. Effort, never lose. Thank you for being a part of Love and Life. Thank you, the producer. One day I want to tell Miss Cam Warrenton's story. The producer, I don't know if you know her story, or the producers of her grandmother, what Carol did down, what Miss Warrenton did down there with the children many, many years ago on Market Street. Speaking up for those children, it was something we were doing down there. She took the running back sister to Africa, Oprah Hall, Ile Ife. We have contributed so much. She would not compromise her locks. No dreads, no locks. And Karen has been another one. I've been very compassionate and giving us women in the women does great things. I bear witness. I'm not talking some what's your name? Anytime the Almighty God let that be the vessel to bring us into this world, that's a great thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much, as always, for your vulnerability and for pouring into us. And I cannot believe you remember that. Thank you. Just thank you so much. Family, we're having an open discussion tonight. It's an open forum. And we're also discussing current events, if you will. I did share a video, excuse me, and I posed the question: is it a child's responsibility to maintain a good relationship with their parents when they enter adulthood? One of our love lights, Miss Lily. Hi, Miss Lily. She replied, Sister Carol and Word family, I adamantly agree that we are to honor our parents. However, what if the adult child is trying to emotionally bond with the parents and the love and bonding are not reciprocated? You know, I believe we still have the ability to honor our parents, even though we may not connect. I would say that we manage that relationship and that situation as best we can and as best we know how when we pray on it. But I believe it is still possible to honor your parents. My grandmother would say, well, everybody doesn't know, not everybody knows how to parent well. And having that understanding, I think that is the first place to start. I'm going to go to our phone lines. Yvette is calling. Hi there, Yvette. Thank you for calling and welcome to the conversation.
Hello.
Hi there.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Good. I can certainly speak on that subject of honoring the mother and all that. My mom is not a nice lady. And my sister and I therapy. Two different obviously not same therapy. But she both therapists.
Oh, wait. We're losing you. I'm sorry. We're losing you. You're breaking up.
Hold on. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes. Yes, that's better. Thank you so much.
We went to two totally different therapists, two totally different states. And she told us, both of them told us the same thing. If you have somebody in your life that's toxic, walk away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Walk away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm. The first, let me say thank you. Thank you for that.
We did
For
the best
sharing.
that we could. We did the best that we could with the honor bit, helped out when she was sick and all that stuff. We did the bare minimum, nothing else, nothing fancy, no extras. Did the best that we could, but in the end, we had to walk away. Because what? Yeah.
I was going to say, but in doing that, I think that you were honoring them by walking away because that was the best that you could do in that situation.
Yeah, because some parents tear up their parent card.
Mm-hmm.
So, I tell people, don't let some religious figure put a bunch of crap in your head. If it's bad, you're not responsible. Walk away.
Mm-hmm. I will say, first of all, I'm so terribly sorry that you and your sister had that experience. I'm terribly sorry for that. But I do believe that you did. The both of you and your sister honored your parents the best way that you could by walking away, by removing yourselves
Our
from.
father walked away, so I don't know what happened to him. I never saw the man again. So, that's life.
Right. It is. It is. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm glad that you and your sister have each other.
Mm-hmm. Me too. But like I said, you can't. You have to. Sometimes you have to save yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
have
do.
to save yourself. You can't be out here. And this is why I think people get in trouble with drugs and booze and stuff. They get on a guilt trip, feeling like, oh my God, I gotta go and do this and that. No, walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Live your life.
With that.
Send a Mother's Day card if you feel like it. But don't let them guilt you into anything. And especially, this wasn't my case, but if there was like sexual abuse and stuff like that, they've torn up their parent card permanently.
You bet. So how
get yourself some therapy and walk away.
Do you continue therapy now? Do you continue therapy now?
Every in an infrequent basis, but
okay,
a lot better.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that.
I always joke and say all the troublemakers are dead.
Okay. Okay.
I don't.
I understand how you feel that. I understand. I can understand how you feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm speaking really for other people that might be, feeling guilty and thinking, oh, I should do this, and and it's a shame because, and what the other thing is, some people shouldn't be mothers.
Yes, yeah, and that's a part of it too. That I think that we don't always accept. I think
Yeah.
that's a big part of it that we don't always accept. I think we have the expectation that when a woman has a child, that motherhood will, that loving feeling of motherhood will kick in, and certain efforts will be made.
Yeah, I think society puts pressure on women or expectations on women, and I think some women, do they really think about it?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
I
so
am so glad to know that both you and your sister, you sought an outlet and a way to handle and navigate this experience. So glad for the both of you.
oh, so there you go.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, because you are helping so many of us. So thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. We truly do appreciate that. Family, for those of you who have just joined us, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. Listen, the phone lines, they are always open. You know that they are. And feel free to continue to comment on our socials. We're going to take a commercial break, but stay with us because we are coming right back.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed on Evening Words.
Senator Lori Berman is a lifelong Democrat who's fought hard for progressive values. On the day that the Dodd decision came, on the day that essentially Roe v. Wade was overturned, what was happening in your office and in your workspace as that decision came down the pipe?
Yeah, I have been in the Florida legislature now for 14 years, and it was during the summer when Roe v. Wade was overturned, so we were not in the legislative session. But I remember being so sad and so disappointed to hear that it had been overturned. I was not totally surprised, unfortunately, because the way the court had been stacked. We had been anticipating something like this. And we knew that Florida and many other states were going to also make it harder for people to get abortions because Roe v. Wade was overturned. Roe v. Wade was really the one thing that was stopping all these states from having very, very restrictive abortion laws. And now that's exactly what happened.
And that's your hottest 60 seconds from Evening Words on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Family Therapy Vignette Moments with Dr. Lucille Ijoy. It's the month of May. I have a question. Come on now, take note. Did you register to vote during the primary? I say, did you register to vote? If you did, stand with the crowd. Yes, I voted, and I will say it loud. You don't have to fret. Just take a deep breath. June, July, August, September. Watch it out. In a minute, it's going to be November. I say, watch it and remember, it's going to be November. Oh, the summertime will fool you. This you must remember. October, November. It's time to take note. Tuesday, November the 5th. It's time to vote. I say Tuesday, November the 5th. It's time to vote. This is Dr. Lucille Ijoy, and say it with me. Tuesday, November the 5th. It's time to vote.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Stay connected on the go with the new and improved Word Radio app. Search Word Radio in your app store. Stream every show with increased clarity. Easily access Word TV, EcoWord, and Livelihood. Start or renew your 4-word membership and buy Word swag. Remember, Black Media Matters. Get the new and improved Word Radio app today. Available on Google Play and the Apple App Store. Celebrating Black excellence worldwide and bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life. We've been talking about current events. And we were talking about what's on your mind. I'd ask the question, what's on your mind? But I also shared with you a video where the question was posed, is it a child's responsibility to maintain a good relationship with their parents when they enter adulthood? Miss Lily, our love light, Miss Lily, I want to go back to the question that you posed. And well, first, before we do that, I want to address our last caller. And I just want to express my utmost gratitude to you for your vulnerability, for your transparency, for sharing. Just thank you so much. It pleases me to know that we do have a level of comfort in this space and that we can have conversations where we share, because I tell you all the time, I believe that communication is key. And I truly do believe that we help one another when we do share and we talk about these things. Because again, everybody's dealing with something. Everybody, all of us, everybody is. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Miss Lily, you had asked, what if the adult child is trying to emotionally bond with the parents and the love and bonding are not reciprocated? You know, I believe that our last caller, I believe that situation spoke to that question. Tell me if you agree, if you do or do not agree. But I believe that was, if not the same, similar to what you asked. And I think that was the best response that could have been given, especially because it was from someone who was actually living in that situation and living through that scenario. I'm going to our socials for just one moment. Donna Baker is checking in. Hi there, Love Light. How are you? Rowena Brown is checking in as well. And she's sending peace, love, and blessings to everybody. So appreciate that. We're sending them right back to you. You know we are, Love Light. Nick, how are you today?
Oh, hey, Carol. I feel like I'm all right.
You said it sounded like you had to think about it. You're like, I don't know.
I never know what exactly the right words are, because you say good and then people go, are you good or are you okay? And you're like, I'm okay. And then they ask vice versa, you know.
Right. You know, I always feel like you're like, okay, where's Carol going? What's she about to ask me? What is she about to say?
I think I got a pretty good idea tonight. I was listening.
You were listening? Okay. So, given the video that was shown, what do you think? What do you think about that?
I'm gonna try and like speak. I'll give two things I have to say about it, but I'll try and speak from how I think people in my generation look at it. People today, or the young people of today, I would say they're very into this found family idea, and they really seem to like the people who like them. And so if you're a parent who is like the previous caller's parent, where there was some sort of abuse or there was something that just the kids needed to get away from and later recognize was toxic, you know, you can't be on your deathbed talking about, oh, where are my kids? You know, it's clearly there was something there. And, you know, either if the child tries to address it and you shut it down, or if it's, God forbid, if it's something like sexual abuse and the parent doesn't believe you, well, then, you know, you may have brought this child into the world, but they're their own person now, and they have their own, they formed their own opinions about you, and they felt like somewhere along the line you did not, you stopped providing that motherly role that, you know, was sort of your job. So, I mean, I get it, but The other thing I'll say is that I just talked to another caller who brought it up, and I said, I said to them, well, it's in a marriage, is it a husband's job to keep his wife happy and vice versa? If I'm a friend to somebody and that person never calls me and I never call them and I go, man, that guy never calls me. I don't think he's a real friend. If I'm not calling him to check up on him and he's not calling me to check up on me, then maybe that says more about the relationship or how we feel about one another. It takes two parties to keep a relationship going. It's not all on one person. It's not all on the parent, and it's certainly not all on the child.
Wow. Thank you for that. I so appreciate that there's responsibility on both sides. There's definitely responsibility on both sides. Thank you, Nick. I love it when you contribute to the conversation. Family, it is Tuesdays. I'm going to pivot. It's Tuesdays. Did you hear me? It's Tuesdays. In any event, I'm going to pivot in this moment because it is Tuesday. And you know what we do in our second hour? On Tuesday, we talk with the Oracle, the guru himself of all things sports, the one and only Chris Murray. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to bring him into the room so we can join him into this conversation. Welcome to the conversation with the one and only Chris Murray.
You doing,
Well, hello.
Cal?
How are you? How
I'm
are
doing
you?
okay. Yeah, excuse me. I just got finished. I was grading papers, and somehow I was sitting there. I was getting everything together. I was reading something, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Because I thought I had enough time to, to grab something real quick, and so but then I said, "Oh my God!" It's like 8:00. Everything. I became quick change Quentin, and basically, turn this back into a studio again. So. But
There's never
anyway,
enough time.
It's good to be here. I know we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to say about a lot of things that are happening in the world of sports. Most notably, the Sixers' recent exit from the playoffs, and there's a lot of things that I think came out of that, and I know I wrote something on Facebook because we were preempted on Saturday. I didn't really get a chance. I'm dying to get a chance to talk about this on Saturday because I got a lot to talk about this week. There's a lot of good boxing matches that came up, but locally the Sixers, it's the end. They put up a gallant fight last week. They in that game 6. I like how they came back in game 5, got up off the deck. Tyrese Maxey played probably the best game of his playoff career, and Embiid tried, and I know I've been kind of hard on him a little bit, but the thing is that the Knicks were better. Like I said, Jalen Brunson, Villanova star, and all that, basically brought them down. But the question becomes now that the offseason is here for the Sixers is that we've all come to an agreement that they need better players around Joel Embiid. They need some players who are just going to be dogs at their position, and they got plenty of cap space, from what I understand, and it's going to be whether or not they get whether or not they get Kevin Durant and guy from the LA Clippers. Let me see. Yeah, so the Sixers are really trying to the Sixers are really trying to look around for guys this year, and they're going to need some guys to come back. Paul George, they were talking about possibly getting Paul George, and that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a thing where some people are saying, "Hey, go ahead and get Paul George," but the Clippers, who are also eliminated along with James Harden, I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But but the thing is that it's apparent and we're all and as I look at it, they're gonna need somebody like a third option for Kevin, not for Kevin, for Joel Embiid, because I've come to this is the stark conclusion that I've come to. Joel Embiid, and we have to live with this. How long we live with this, I don't know. But I've come to the stark conclusion that Joel Embiid, come playoff time, is going to have some type of ailment, some type of soreness, some type of thing where he's not going to be 100%. He'll have games and spots. I mean, he'll have some big games in here and there. The Sixers, if they're going to be a championship contender, are going to need some other players to join. They're going to need some other people to go along with Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, which is why I don't think, although Daryl Morey is talking about bringing back Tobias Harris, and there's also the possibility of bringing back Jimmy Butler, but I don't know how much Jimmy Butler has left in the tank. And I just think at the end of the day, I just think at the end of the day that they're gonna need some more clutch players. They're gonna need some players that are gonna show up in some of these big games. And the thing is, there is talk. I was reading Keith Pompey's article that they are looking for Paul George, but apparently the Clippers president of operations, Lawrence Frank, said Paul's done some tremendous things here in LA. They want to keep him. And so that's one thing. I mean, and I don't know, because I think Kawhi Leonard's contract is up. And I just think at the end of the day that I wouldn't mind seeing the Sixers, and me and my wife disagree on this, getting Kevin Durant. I really wouldn't mind seeing that. But
really,
I wouldn't mind. I mean, I've heard that out there that the Sixers would get. I think Kevin Durant would certainly help, the Sixers. Although I don't know if he can take playing here. He would have to bring it every night, because if he gets into a point where he's not bringing it, Philly fans.
Yes.
And can he handle that? Can he handle being here in Philly? Because at the end of the day, fans here. You have to bring it. You got to bring it. I don't know, maybe people may not like that about, because, like I said, I had a friend of mine say, "Oh, you Philly sports fans are always mad or angry and all that." And I'm like, well, no more different than New York fans. But the thing is, at the end of the day, they need somebody. They need somebody who's going to basically take the pressure off of they're gonna need somebody to take the pressure off of Max, off of Embiid. Embiid is not going to always be 100%, and that's something we have to say it. We have to come to that conclusion, because at the end of the day, this happens every year. This happens every year. Embiid has some kind of lingering soreness. He had to wear a mask. He had Ball's palsy syndrome and all that. Sore knee. I thought it was a mistake to bring him back, and I'm sure he'll be 100% next year. But you always, when you watch the Sixers, you always kind of like, okay, what kind of ailment is Embiid going to bring to the playoffs? And you can't help get it. Getting hurt happens. You can't always, like I said, I don't want to be a type, because if a guy gets hurt, Embiid, to his credit, outside of, he did score 27 points, although in that game where they basically, got, where the New York Knicks fans, talked all that mess and whatnot, he only scored 1 point, and I was pointing that out to people in the fourth quarter. You're going to need him to carry some of those fourth quarters. I mean, and like I say, Maxey, to his credit, you know, in that game, in that game 5 that brought the series back to Philadelphia, Maxey played. I mean, I still, even though the Sixers are out of the series, that was one of the best playoff performances. The Sixers were down 6 with 28 seconds left. That was still one of the best playoff performances. But then the next night, you know, Maxey, you know, got, you know, Embiid got his points, but other guys around him did not. Other guys around Embiid and Maxey really did not contribute. I mean, you know, Kyle Lowry didn't score any points. Tobias Harris really did not score any points at all.
No.
On 0 for 2 shooting, and you understand why people want to help pack his bag so he can go. You understand why people want to pack his Samsonite luggage and just head on out.
Send him on out of here.
On the rail, you know, on those little open trains on the rail, you know, old push trains you used to see in the movies and stuff. You know, people want to get him. People want to basically say, "Nah, man," and they need a couple other assassins. They need some players. I mean, Nicholas Batum, have no problem with that. That guy played well. But they need some guys who are going to be killers. You know, they need to. I'm still mad that they got rid of Paul. They got rid of good Lord, I can't. I was just thinking of his name. They got upset that they got rid of Paul. What was the guy?
No.
Oh my God.
Well, we talked about that. We just talked about you
last week. But
yes,
they got rid of Marcus Morris, and you know, I just
why won't they get rid of Harris, Chris?
Huh?
Why won't they get rid of Harris?
I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, he wants Harris to come back. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea why. Maybe he has something on Daryl Morey or something like that. I don't know. I mean, and I'm just being facetious, but
right? Yes. I understand.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bring up allegations and all that, and then I have Daryl Morey, you know, and the Sixers and the cops coming to the house and the Sixers management. No, I'm just saying that basically, I don't know if it's wise to keep Tobias. I mean, Tobias Harris does some things, but I don't think Tobias Harris fits in this grand scheme of things. And they brought in Buddy Hield, oddly enough, in Game 6, played the best game I've seen Buddy Hield play. Now, it was too. I feel like somehow I hear Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams. Too much, too little, too late. I mean, I'm hearing that in my head, but but from that, you know, from that standpoint, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you know, you gotta get these guys because we were thinking that, you know, that we were all thinking that, you know, all the Sixers had to do was just, you know, you wish that Buddy Hield would have been playing and would have come alive. And any of it, and that's the other. He scored 20 points, and he was hot. I mean, he was hitting everything. He was hitting the moon. He was hitting the moon from West Philly. I mean, he was just hitting everything in that game last week, but it just did not help down the stretch. I don't know why he wasn't playing down the stretch of that game when they could have used him to score, but it's just it's just, you know, you can say game strategy or whatever, but I just think at the end of the day, you know, you're going to need, and that's the thing that everybody's kind of come to the, you know, the conclusion is that you're going to have other guys around Embiid, and, you know, Embiid is, you know, is a good player, and I think he can lead the Sixers when he is healthy. and everything, but he never seems to be healthy.
I was
And they
just
mentioned
about to say that, Chris. The man is never healthy.
he's never healthy at playoff time, and I don't know if it's not him being not in shape. I mean, some people, some people suggested that maybe he should lose about maybe 30 or 40 pounds, lose a few pounds because all the weight that he's carrying is too big for his frame and everything. There's some people who say that. I don't know how true that is. I'm not a physical fitness guru or anything like that. I need to be, I got to start.
Listen, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. But the thing is, though, maybe I heard Tim Duncan lost some pounds and got some, mobility back in his game and years ago. So I don't know the answer. I wouldn't go to Joel Embiid and say, Joel, you could do this. I don't know all the things. I don't know. Like I said, you have to ask, a lot of people who are into that situation. But I think that there's got to be some. I think that maybe the condition in his legs or something is degenerative. It could be degenerative. I don't know, but
how about this? What I'm going to do is open this conversation, as I always do, to you, family. I want to know. I've been asking you all night what you think and how you feel about different things. Well, guess what? That question is the same for this conversation, too. What do you think the Sixers need to do? For those of you who care, I know some of you are saying, that's not my team. I don't care what the Sixers do. Well, how about just entertain us? Tell us, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? While you think about that, we're going to give you a moment. Know that the phone lines are open. Feel free to continue to comment on our socials while we take this commercial break. We are coming right back.
Stand with Word Radio as we continue to provide dynamic, progressive programming to inform and empower our people. We're living in unprecedented times, and we must stand together to protect and preserve Black Talk Media. Become a 4Word member with the annual membership price of just $90 or a digital member starting at just $5 per month. If you're already a 4Word member, sign up, family member, or friend to help us continue making history. Start or renew your 4Word membership today. Visit wordradio.com/4word or wordradio.com/membership.
Children's Hospital of Philadelphia applies its expertise beyond its hospital walls to strengthen the health and well-being of children and families in the region. Through its supplier diversity program, CHOP collaborates with local entrepreneurs that mirror the diversity of its employees, patient families, and the communities it serves every day. CHOP has tripled the amount it spends with diversity companies in just 3 years and plans for future growth and more opportunities for diverse business owners. Hear how participants in CHOP's Supplier Diversity Program help deliver breakthroughs every day at community.chop.edu.
At YMCA Summer Camp, kids find their why. Friendship and fun, a world of adventure beneath a golden sun. Running, laughing, full of wonder, being themselves is second nature. Summer camp is where they begin to unlock the confidence that lies within. When kids find new passions, they find their why. Summer camp season starts soon. Learn more at ymca.org for a better us.
WURD is happy to provide our listeners with the opportunity to participate in contests and win prizes. This is a reminder of our contest rules. All participants must be 18 years of age or older, depending on the contest. Persons may win only one prize from the radio station per contest for every 30-day period. Some contests might also specify one winner per household or company. Prizes must be claimed within 14 days or by 12 noon the day before the event, whichever is sooner, and must be accepted as is or forfeited. The radio station employees and their immediate relatives, sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, live remote sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, and any other media employees are ineligible to win the prize. Thank you for participating and for listening to WURD, progressive, Black Talk Media.
Long nose, what's the word, boy? What's the word? What's the word?
WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love
And we are back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. So here we are. It is Tuesday. And in the second hour of our show on Tuesdays, what we do is we talk about sports. And who better to discuss sports with than the guru himself, Chris Murray. Nick, you know I'm inviting you to this conversation. As always, what do you think about what we've discussed thus far about our fair 76ers?
Hey, Chris. Hey, Carol. You know, I would say I'm a little bit disappointed in the Sixers, but as Chris has pointed out, we've been in this situation before, this predicament, and it's annoying that we're here again, and I feel like we're still saying all the same stuff that we said last year. I think with Embiid, it's just so clear that I feel like he's hurting himself more and more each year. And I'm glad that he can play hurt and put up 50 points and do this and that. But we need to find a solution so that he doesn't, by playoff time, he's not constantly hurt or something's wrong with him. Now, I think we have a light at the end of the tunnel here. You know, Tyrese Maxey has proven that he can go off and he can basically get those points. We need other players on the team to step up and do the same, but it really should not have to all be on Embiid's shoulders. I feel like he's carried this team quite a bit, and I don't know if we're doing enough to alleviate the pressure of carrying a team and getting that weight off of his shoulders. I think Maxey really is the key. Maybe he needs more time out there. Maybe he just needs to get more comfortable. Preferably, I wish we could do that without also having Embiid just completely sit out due to injury. But I did want to get Chris's opinion on the head coach, Nick Nurse, because obviously, you know, we got about this far with Doc Rivers before, and people were very critical of his approach to coaching. Do you feel like Nick Nurse has a better hold on the team, or do you think it's just too early to tell right now?
I think Nick gets a pass because it's too early to tell. I kind of thought that during the regular season, the Sixers won games that maybe Doc would have lost last year or something like that. I just think in this situation, not having a healthy Embiid, and I think that they really, and the guy I neglected to mention was Patrick Beverly, who, along with Marcus Morris, were kind of the enforcers. I think they needed those guys, you know, from a physical standpoint. But the problem is that I think that the Sixers really do need other guys. I mean, they talked about possibly bringing back, like I say, Jimmy Butler, and apparently they're looking for someone who can do so they can win now. But if you remember though in history though, there was a point when Julius Erving was with the Sixers, and I remember this run because as a kid I had worshipped the ground Dr. J walked on, and Julius Erving was carrying the Sixers, but they needed another player. Caldwell Jones and Daryl Dawkins, God bless them, were solid players, but they didn't do it, and they got somebody they could win. They wanted to win now because they had lost the NBA Finals. They lost, they blew a 3-1 lead to the Celtics in 81, and they lost to the Lakers. I mean, they lost to the Lakers twice during that decade, during the early 80s. and they had to make a move to take some of the pressure off Doc, off Andrew Toney, Mo Cheeks, and everybody else. So they got Moses Malone, and they basically streaked toward the title, and and they won the NBA title. And so they're going to have to get some guys there to play, and they got to get more guys around. I can't blame Nick Nurse because Embiid missed 43 games last year. He missed 43 games. And it's always. I mean, I think Embiid has not averaged more than 68 games a year in his career, and so from that standpoint, you really do need to get. I mean, and he has carried the team when he's out there and healthy. Embiid is unstoppable, but there's some things in his game that do bother me, like. Getting the low post. You can dominate the low. He's always malingering around the foul line or the 3-point line. I know maybe he's trying to set screens for guys, but at some point he's got to be that when they need to go inside and all that, he really needs to be a pain in the rear end to other teams inside. So then you can open up space for your shooters, and that's the thing that when I look at Embiid. That's where that's a situation where you really have to, you really just have to think about getting other guys, take some of the pressure, make it easier for Embiid to make those plays. I do think at the end of the day that you want to see him as in reasonable shape as possible. Maybe he needs to strengthen those knees. Like I said, the one person that could probably maybe answer that would be Pat Croce. I mean, I heard Pat Croce was a guy who knew how to get people in shape. And he's retired now, but when he was with the Sixers, he was, like I said, he kind of knew how to get things out of Allen Iverson. Convince Allen Iverson to stay in shape during his time when he played in the league. So you got to do something. I mean, there's a lot to it, but you do got to get somebody. I mean. If you want to win championship, you got to get players and whatnot. You got to find players who you don't have to develop. I mean, the Sixers do have a first-round pick in this year's draft, and they got a 16th pick. I don't know anyone coming out of college that can help this team right away. I really don't. And so that's the thing you're going to find. That's why you got to think about maybe a Jimmy Butler, Paul George, or maybe even Kevin Durant. So, I mean, you got to find somebody who's ready to play, who's ready to win a championship, a veteran force that's still in solid enough shape in order to win. So that's what I think you need.
Well, there you have it. Family, what do you think? What do you think about that? I do want to check in on our socials. Joey Dixon is checking in, and he's sending love to everyone. And he also shares that he salutes all nurses and all teachers. Thank you.
Thank you. Please salute all my teachers out
That's
there.
right.
Please.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you for that. Thank you so much on behalf of all of the educators. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shirley Bryant is checking in. Hi there, Love Light. Another one of our Love Lights. Another Love Light. Gary Bryant is checking in. He shares good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Malcolm says, hey, Chris. Hey there. And Love Light, Ms. Lily shares, welcome, brother Chris. And Eric follows that with, welcome this evening, Master Murray, scholar, journalist, and recent author. Thanks for the knowledge. Malcolm shared this earlier. He said, yes, get Harris out of here.
That was the sentiment on my Facebook page.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, some people, one person who's a former sports writer in this town, good guy, said that the Sixers will get better once you get Harris off the team. So, and the thing about the hard part about Harris, about Tobias Harris, he's a good guy. People love him. He's on the one hand, he's a good guy, but he's got to be that dude. He's got to be that dude in crunch time. You gotta be. You gotta be that guy when you're in crunch time. You gotta be. a guy in crunch time and all that other stuff. And it was almost like you hate this, you hate because he's a good person, but he hasn't contributed. He has not contributed. He has not helped his team. And at the end of the day, he's got to help his team he's been inconsistent. That's really the problem. He's been inconsistent. He has flashes of brilliance, and then he's like, I jokingly said on somebody's page, I said that he should win the Terry McMillan Award for disappearing acts. And so I'm just saying that's a that's kind of, I know that's kind of cold, but but that's a situation where you gotta deliver. You got to play night in and night out on a consistent basis. And sometimes, and then again, but there will be those nights where when you don't like Maxey. Maxey did. I mean, if it wasn't for Buddy Hield's 20 points, I mean, Maxey struggled. Maxey was getting some points, but he struggled. I mean, they pretty much put the focal point of their defensive effort on Tyrese Maxey in Game 5. So you need at the end of the day, you need to that's why you need a third guy and whatnot, because if Buddy Hield had been playing that consistently during the regular year and coming into the playoffs, they probably would have used him more in that series. I'm not saying the Sixers would have won, but you need that third guy who's going to be a consistent scorer. You notice that when Tobias Harris did score in the game, in the great overtime comeback in Game 4, when he scored 19 points, and you have 4 guys, scoring in double figures. Kelly Oubre, that's another guy they need to bring back.
Kelly Oubre.
I mean, Kelly Oubre leads the bench crew, and I think Kelly Oubre, man, that guy he has it right here. He ain't, and that dude ain't never scared. He comes in there and he's gonna play. But
Chris, we need you to call them. We need you to call the Sixers administration. That's what we need you to do. We need you to tell them.
And they gotta pay me some money for that.
I know that's right.
Both got to pay the brothers now.
I know that's right.
Like I say, I am an artist in addition to anything else. I'm in the media arts, and definitely in the media arts, I got to get paid. The word is paid.
I know that's right. Listen. Well, I mean, we all acknowledge you are a gentleman and a scholar, and you are knowledgeable. This is what you do. So you're absolutely right. You do have to get. This is what you do. Family, hey there. If you have just joined us, welcome. As always, you are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. And on Tuesdays in this second hour, I should stop saying that. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick and Chris Murray, because that's what we do on Tuesdays in our second hour. We talk about sports. And who better with whom to talk about sports than the one and only guru, Chris Murray himself. Right now, we've been talking about the Sixers for a good little minute. I want to shift gears because, I want your thoughts. I want to pick your brain as always. But I saw that Brittany Griner, I see that she's been making her rounds. She's been doing interviews and things of that nature. And she shared that she's going to write a book about her harsh life in a Russian prison.
Well, the book is called Coming Home, and she talks about her time in prison in Russia. Mm-hmm. And one of the things, and I saw this today, she is basically saying that, that Vladimir Putin weaponized her blackness, and it's not surprising. It's not surprising that Putin wasn't necessarily a fan of Barack Obama, and he says, and then there was some things that I think there was one little thing, something he did, and they tried to paint Obama as a monkey of some sort. And, you know, it was just one of those things where, you know, she kind of, she just talks about her ordeal. She talks about, how sometimes Black people, said some things, and then she talks about when she was in Russia that Black people, people have the same issues with Black people all over the world. They think they have this view of African Americans, and I don't mind. I would love to read the book because I think she is trying. She wants to tell her story, and I think her story needs to be told because a lot of people tried to get on. There were a lot of Black people who said some bad things about Brittany Griner, and I think it's because she was a Black woman who's gay. And I thought, if you read my book about that, I kind of talk about how we need to get past that. I mean, these people are in our community. There are people who are in our community, and I don't think we should, practice. I mean, I'm not saying that the gay struggle and the Black struggle are different, but it's still a struggle. It's still a fight for justice, as Martin Luther King said, that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And so I hope that I would love to read to see what she has to say about and she says that that she wears her Blackness with pride, as though, and she felt as though her actions shamed. She felt like she shamed our people in that process, and I don't think she did. And she even talks about how she contemplated suicide in the early days of her incarceration in Russia, and so. It was just the fact that she talked about the conditions there, and she talked about work, and she said that she, didn't know what to expect in those situations, and her detainment was political because of the whole Ukraine war and all that. And I just think at the end of it, but people were fighting for her, I think, in this country. The WNBA certainly was, and I just think at the end of the day, I hope she tells her truth and tells her truth well. But I just think that I have a lot of respect for her because it must have been something to kind of grow up big and as tall as she. I mean, there's a lot of pressure, to deal with that in the world, and that's going to be. I'm hoping that I'm hoping she tells. I hope that people will appreciate and understand what she went through.
Agreed. Family, it's time for a commercial break. On that note, we're going to step away for just a moment, but stay with us because we'll be right back.
Hey there, this is Tech Life Steph, and I want you to join me for a special Philly Tech Week event hosted by Word Radio, Diverse Force, and P4 Hub. On Wednesday, May 8th, I'll be moderating a conversation called Artificial Intelligence, Black Realities. This panel and tech networking event are taking place from 6 to 9 p.m. at P4 Hub, 4537 Wayne Avenue, Suite 202 in Philadelphia. We'll examine the impact of AI on Black communities and explore what opportunities and challenges this technology presents. We'll focus on how AI can reinforce systemic racism, but also how AI literacy can empower us as a community. You do have to register for this event. Go to wordradio.com/techweek to reserve your free tickets. This event is a part of Philly Tech Week and brought to you by Comcast, Pico, and the Pennsylvania Lottery. Hope to see you there.
Oxygen believes solar energy should be accessible and affordable for all. They are proud to support Word Radio and to be a part of their efforts to reduce environmental injustice that have impacted Black communities for far too long. Learn more at Oxygen.com. Oxygen.com.
For the longest time, it was hard for me to even get out of the house. It took me a bit to understand what was going on, but eventually I learned I had anxiety. Now I'm getting help for it.
Mental health care is working. See what it can do for you at mentalhealthcareworks.org.
WURD is happy to provide our listeners with the opportunity to participate in contests and win prizes. This is a reminder of our contest rules. All participants must be 18 years of age or older, depending on the contest. Persons may win only one prize from the radio station per contest for every 30-day period. Some contests might also specify one winner per household or company. Prizes must be claimed within 14 days or by 12 noon the day before the event, whichever is sooner, and must be accepted as is or forfeited. The radio station employees and their immediate relatives, sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, live remote sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, and any other media employees are ineligible to win the prize. Thank you for participating and for listening to WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of Progressive Black Talk Media, WURD. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
And we are back. Welcome back, family. Welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick and Chris Murray right here on WURD. We're talking all things sports. Before the commercial break, Chris was sharing with us his opinion on the Brittany Griner book, upcoming book. And Chris, I believe, did you share with me that they're talking about doing a documentary as well?
I can't remember the station. I want to say it was Hulu and what? No, I know, I don't know. I want to say it was Hulu or someone's because someone's doing a document. It's Hulu. So no, I think my wife shouted out Hulu.
Hey there, hello there, Mrs.
So
I
I don't know when it's coming out, but I did hear about that. Now I'm gonna have to watch it, and I'm gonna probably have to have someone coming on my show to talk about that with us because I just think at the end of the day, go ahead.
And here as well. I mean, come on now.
We'll talk about it here. We know we're gonna talk about it. Like I said, we're gonna talk about that. But it's a story because I just think that I don't know. I know that to me, blackness around no one likes blackness. She talked about having to cut off her dreads and all this other stuff and having to work in subhuman conditions there. And she talks about how she's working in working outside, shoveling snow in 1 degree below zero weather and all that stuff. And that's insane. And, she said, and in the article that I read on NBC.com, she basically said that she is, it's made her tougher, but nobody should have to go. And I don't think anybody should have to go. I mean, she was already one of the toughest players to play against in WNBA. And at the collegiate level, she's still one of the great players in the league.
Okay, well, you know what? Here I go pivoting again. Chris, I want your opinion. So I was reading about Jamal Murray, who played. Please talk with us about that.
Well, apparently he was on the bench, and during play, he threw a heat pad, on the floor, while and the refs. Mysteriously did not see it, and people were complaining about that he should have been thrown out of the game. I think he was fined for it. I mean,
$100,000.
$100,000 that he could have gave to me. I could use $100,000.
As could I.
Use $100,000. But like I was saying, man, there's no plan. And I think what it was, Minnesota's putting it on the Nuggets. Minnesota ain't scared of them, and Minnesota has been playing them really, really. Anthony Edwards and crew, Karl Anthony Towns, they are playing them tough in that series. I've seen some of the highlights. They're not letting Jamal Murray and Jokic do anything. They're up 2 games to none. So I just think that, you know what, man, you know, they're out of their head. I mean, basically the Timberwolves are bullying them. I know there was one sequence in the game where they gave Jamal Murray no quarter. They were just on him. I mean, he couldn't find anybody and all that. And the thing is, I haven't watched that. I've been watching some of it here and there. But, you know, give Minnesota credit. Minnesota, they say, yeah, you're the world champions. Well, that was last year. This is this year.
Yeah, right.
And they're coming out, and they're basically saying, all right, we here now. Like, what y'all gonna do? And
So he couldn't control his emotions.
Yeah,
Come
come on. I know you got to keep your head in the game, man. You can't just
use that energy on the court. What are you doing?
See, that's the thing when people say, "Well, we lost the game, but we'll win the fight." You know what? You should, instead of trying to win the fight, the most important thing is win the game. Win the game. You know,
okay.
I tell people all the time, all the energy people you put into talking smack, on the court, go out there and say, "Well, the official did this to me, and they didn't call." I'm like, "Yo, man, you got to go out there and win the game." Understand that the officials are never your friends. They're never your friends, and you got to basically beat the other team. You got to have the mentality of which one the referee, because I'm gonna kill the other guy. That's the mentality you have to have. You got to say that, because the referees, you can't beat the referees up.
No, you can't. All right, Chris, we've got 3 minutes before we begin to close. What will you leave us with tonight?
What will I leave you with tonight? Well, I think the Philadelphia Phillies are in first place.
Yes, they are.
And and they have one of the best. They have one of the best records in the National League, and they got a good pitching staff. They got good players on that team, and I think we'll be watching them this summer. And then the Eagles really did good in the draft, as we talked about last week. The Eagles really, really did good, and I think that there's going to be a new anticipation for this season. Devontae Smith signed an extension. AJ Brown got some money. So, and I think that this team, hopefully, they're saying that Jalen Hurts is being a sponge, but I just hope they do one thing, that during the preseason they play at least a couple of series, get the kinks out. Don't wait until the regular, because you still can't even when they do the joint practices with various teams, you still can't simulate what goes on in the field. So they got to be prepared coming up. They did a lot of nice things this offseason. So now, with all the mini camps and all this other stuff, OTAs that are coming up in the month of May and June, they've got to start this season right.
I'm looking forward to this season. I really am. I am pumped. I'm amped. I'm excited about this upcoming season. So I'm so looking forward to it. Chris, thank you. As always, I look forward to your visits. We look forward to your visits. We just love having you here. So thank you.
I love being here. Thank you. Thank you for always having me here.
Well, good. Thank you. Oh, I do want to share, Rowena, I saw your message. She shares, congrats to you, Eric, for winning the Mother's Day tickets in Atlantic City. She shares, enjoy that special day on purpose, and have a blessed, safe birthday as well on May 15th, because she shares that's her birthday as well. So safe travels. I love it. Family, here we are, praising God as always, from whom all blessings flow. I'm asking, as I always do, that you pray for someone who does not yet know God. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for your enemies. And also pray for those in need. Please. Just thank you so much for sharing your time, your energy, your attention, your spirit, your space, your knowledge, your intention. It just all means so much. It really does. It means so much. Special thanks to the entire Word family, especially Nick, Niall. Nick, I love it when you join the conversation. So thank you so much for doing that as well. But thank you for all that you do. Happy birthday once again to all of our love lights. That's right. Family, we are all in this together. So be good to you. But please be good to those around you. Please, please, please be careful and be kind. How about that? God loves you, and so do I. Have a great rest of your night. And be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 until 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another edition of Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Have a good night, family. Thank you for watching.